Hey, it's Dr. Fred, and we're here. I'm here with one of the elite coaches. Great dude. Hey, number one, great, amazing person, great spirit, great heart. Lover chiropractic, Dr. Joe Labriola. And November 14th, we're doing an online. Man, this is our first online. There's 4 pillars in elite. Start with the first one, creating a powerful, inspired team that's going to build a 90% lifestyle culture. What's a 90% lifestyle culture? It's getting 90%, 9 out of 10 patients into lifestyle mindset, living the lifestyle, not just coming for a lifetime, but living the lifestyle. And that's way different, Joe. And you're going to be one of the speakers there. We got 8 coaches taking a consecutive 30-minute talks, going to be powerful, action-packed. And you're in Jersey, man. You guys got hit hard with the pandemic. You're talking about lessons learned from a pandemic hotspot.
Yes.
So tell us what you're gonna. First of all, your experience and what you're gonna enlighten people with.
Yeah. So we were in Bergen County, New Jersey, which is northern New Jersey, for those of you who don't know, and we're pretty much like sitting saddle to New York City. So April and May were some of the most unbelievable months of our lives trying to manage this whole thing, and the fear and the distrust and everything that was going on. We were still open. We're considered essential workers, so we were still open, and we were trying to essentially make our own rules through something that didn't have any rules, which was, you're trying to look for things like certainty. There was no certainty whatsoever. There was nothing. So we had to make our own certainty.
Though, sorry to interrupt. We've been training. I mean, you've been to boot camps. How long you been in elite before this? 2 years, 3 years, couple years?
Actually, like almost 4. Yeah, 4 now.
No, time flies. Was that last month you joined? No, it was 4 years ago. You had already trained. You'd already built a 90% lifestyle culture. So coming into that, what was it like? And give us a little brief highlight of what you're going to go over.
Yeah. So, what the whole point of lifestyle is that, when people's lifestyle got completely upended, you had to figure out what you not even figured out, you learned what your value was to the community very, very quickly. You learned what your value was to those people that you've been really cultivating those relationships, sometimes for, 8, 9, 10 years. You learned in a matter of a week whose relationships were the strongest. And then a week later, you learned whose relationships were second strongest, and you kind of built a week. The fact that you literally could take such a strong dip in your practice from one week to the next, it fell off a cliff, and you are rebuilding, but you can't rebuild based on just marketing, because marketing wasn't there. So you had to rebuild based on a whole bunch of other Swiss Army knife tools that you hopefully had in your toolbox.
So really,
I know that a lot of people didn't.
Sorry to interrupt. What it was, though, because you can only take care of emergency patients. So the lifestyle people you couldn't even take care of because people were ratting on you, weren't they?
Yeah.
So you had to limit your volume. But as soon as it let up, what happened back with those people?
Oh, it was like once the faucet opened, it was that all people knew where they needed to be, and people knew that this was the place that not only that they were going to get healthy, but literally some people were coming in saying, "I'm just so glad you're open because I haven't seen another soul in the last 2 months." And the fact that they were craving the human connection, the fact that they were craving what we as an office provided to those people, that went a lot deeper than chiropractic. And that's where, if it was just I'm coming in getting adjusted for pain, that wasn't that practice was virtually disappeared overnight in our area. But the people that had built a strong culture and had been able to, really, like in our case, we had such deep relationships with these people. It really it got us through, quite honestly. And they powered us, because when we had doubt, we knew that what we were doing was right, because they were continuing to funnel through the door.
Well, exactly. And so because of the confidence that you had built in your patients, and this is where we teach the relationships. Not once was it just the principle, it's the relationship. and that's the mindset. So let me ask you a question, and I don't know the answer to this question, but going through that, even though you were restricted, were you ever worried that it wouldn't come back? Did you ever have a concern, or were you ever worried?
No, I really didn't. And I'm telling you that honestly. And I think that, had this been, prior to being with Elite, I don't know if we would have made it, quite honestly. I don't think that there wasn't enough of a foundation to be able to say, this is why people are coming here. We're not, at previous times we were a pain practice, and that wouldn't carry us now. So the ability for us to know how to build relationships, how to, look, we're all talkers. We all have great, what we think are great relationships with our patients, but you realize when something like this happens, how deep that relationship has to be for them as leaders in their community to continue to show other people, yes, I can be healthy and go out of my door, and other people around me are not guided missiles that are coming at me and they're going to infect me. They were learning this process as we were, but they were feeling more and more confident in themselves all the way through, because every day that they were here, literally every day they were here, they were getting more confidence in themselves. Yeah. And that was something so exciting to see.
Yeah, it is. And that builds your confidence too. You don't ever have to worry about anything now. So,
never.
Hey, let's wrap this up. Just give a few quick bullet points of things you're going to cover on November 14th.
Sure. So I'm going to give you a little bit more in detail about our story and the different things that we did in the first, month, 2 months, and what the environment was like. But then I'm going to explain a lot about, what really is the glue for the practice to be able to get you through anything. What are the few things that your team needs to be invested in, or if you even flip that, what kind of team do you need to have to make sure that you and your team can be carried through any weather, any storm? Because it's not just you as a doctor that's going through it. It's what your team has such purpose. And that's the one thing that we've been so grateful for, is the fact that our team has the amount of purpose that you want in a team. They have it double and triple in the fact that they were itching to get back to work. I'm going to kind of go over why that was and how we made that happen.
Nice. So, hey, for all those people that, first of all, for all Elite people, what would you tell them about attending November 14th?
If you're an elite person, actually, if you're not there, there's something wrong, because this is one thing that, a lot of docs say, well, I couldn't get my team there or whatever. So get them to this. This is going to be so invaluable for them when you have so many different viewpoints that you can build your team without you having to build your team. They're going to build from within. That's the biggest thing.
Right. And for all the people that are students or they're not Elite clients, but you have this opportunity, give them, what do you think when you look at the power of our team training, the power of what this experience is going to be for the team? What would you say to them?
I mean, you're looking at the fact that if you don't have, let's say you're a student and you don't know, they're giving you a lot of great information in school. We know that, but what really is going to be the pillar of your success is what you build coming out of school with a team, not just by yourself. Right. You need the foundations right now to know what those things are. This is what's going to help you. And for those of you that are not Elite clients and you may have been struggling in practice, or you've been, trying to look for some different opinions, you're going to hear from people that have been literally doing it, that are doing it, and did it through the worst time period in history for all of us. And we're going to show you how we all not only just survived, but thrived through that whole thing.
Well, and I will say too, because the people, I got so many calls through this pandemic of people that have built that culture, and I can't even count how many people said thank you, because we didn't have anybody that was worried. I could count on one hand of people all across the country that were a little bit concerned, but everybody else like you was like, no problem. We're getting right through this. Our patients keep showing up no matter what. So, hey, that's what we're giving on November 14th, how to get through any condition, build a team that's solid, inspired, and build, most of all, that 90% lifestyle culture in their mindset. So thanks, Joe. I'm looking forward to your talk, man, and we'll see you on the 14th.
All right, thanks.